what is the difference between the law of attraction and manifesting? Especially in this case, we're talking about love. But yeah, let's talk about the difference between manifestation and law of attraction, like attracting a person or manifesting a person. And I always tell my clients, like, because some of my clients, they're like, okay, I want this person. Others are like, I don't even know if I want them anymore. And then I tell them, well, then use the law of attraction, because the difference is the law of attraction has everything to do with your energy. You work on your inner shadows, of course, and you work on your energies. And once you are in this energy of attracting true love, because you are in self-love, you can only attract and manifest as well, because when we manifest and we have limiting beliefs, we cannot manifest what we want. You know, it's like you want to plant seeds and there's weeds in there. You have to dig out the weeds first and dig them out and just rip them out because you don't want them to grow back. So shadow work is required for both, I'm afraid, because the subconscious is like 85%. And even if you feel like, yeah, I'm doing well, and there's like on the subconscious, there is this oppressed stuff that you don't think on a daily basis, but it's those limiting beliefs that still operate on this level. You won't be able to either attract or manifest love. And so do your work. What's most important when you want to get a person into your life, and again, both techniques, is usually what's keeping them away is fear of abandonment. So you have to heal. Look at the red thread. Usually it's a mom topic, and I know psychiatrists often say, oh no, a girl probably has father issues. I mean, that could be as well, but it's usually a mom related. It doesn't matter if you are male or female or man or women, because the mom is usually the first person to nurture you, to give you love, to have the strongest bond with. And the energy is different between a mom and a dad. And we all are souls. We have an inner child, you heard about that, but we all have an inner feminine and an inner masculine energy as well. And relationship, the topic relationship, is connected to our inner feminine. And again, doesn't matter what gender we are. And the inner feminine is connected to mom. And yeah, relationship dynamics are part of the inner feminine within us, whereas father issues would most likely play out in job issues, you know, like not getting the job you want, the boss looking down at you, not seeing your worth, or mobbing at work, not getting good grades and not getting the promotion. Stuff like that would be father related, inner masculine related. So if you are stuck in work, I would look at the father issues. Anyway, fear of abandonment can often come from the mother, and it doesn't have to be like you lost your mom to death. It could be any kind of separation. For example, when I was born, I had to stay in the hospital for like another month, or when I was 4 years old, I had to go to the hospital. I was injured and I needed surgery, and I had to stay in the hospital for 3 weeks, and then 6 months later I needed a second surgery, and I again had to stay at the hospital. Let's say 3 months, I had to stay at the hospital for 3 weeks, and then another 3 weeks, and then when I was like 7ish, I had to go to a health retreat because I was vomiting every day due to panic attacks, and I was really, really skinny. So I had to go to like a camp for children with eating disabilities. I mean, you can't see it anymore, right? I'm not too slim anymore, not too skinny anymore. So there was a lot of separation going on. Another form of separation, and I experienced that as well, is when mom is not very nurturing. She's maybe cold. She's not as gentle, sweet, kind person. She's not very nurturing. Another thing could be mom has to work a lot. She's maybe absolutely loving, but she has to work a lot and cannot give you the attention. Or there's younger siblings, and mom has to take care of the other siblings, and you don't really get the kind of attention you would like. You know, that's usually where this deep-rooted trauma comes from. It could be, of course, multiple of those situations connected. And the childhood is usually, always say it's like a computer where that program is installed, that the soul came here to learn, to evolve on. So we have our stuff installed, and then when we're adults, this program is running, and we would attract people who don't give us the nurture, who are not emotionally available, who ghost, and that usually leads back to mom most of the times. Of course, it can have something else going on in your life, but that's most likely the case. So that is wound number 1 that needs to be addressed. Number 2 can be again connected to the same issues, but it's self-love. How did you grow up? Did you learn to love yourself? Or was it always like you always were the good girl or good boy when you got the good grades? Or it could be something like, oh, you need to be quiet when adults are talking, or oh, you're too quiet, why you're not going out to play, whatever. You were not accepted the way you were as a child or later on, or other people did not accept you the way you were, and that is what's causing the problems with yourself, because no child ever thinks that they're ugly unless they perceive them to be, because they were treated that way, because they were told, or all the other girls were told, oh, you're so pretty, and they didn't. It's always coming something from the outside. How we see ourselves, unfortunately, is often very much connected to outside sources, even though when we talk about manifesting, we say everything is coming from the inside. However, as a child, we experience it coming from the outside, because that's the template we chose when we came down here. It's like, I want to learn and I want to evolve, having those problems. So we take them into childhood. It's something that was predestined by, or pre-chosen by the own soul, and then we perceive our surroundings forming us in a way, and then when we are adults, these programs, they just run. So self-love, major one. How do you want to attract somebody to show you how amazing you are when you don't feel it that way? How do you want to attract somebody who's treating you very well when you don't treat yourself good, if you always put yourself last and everybody else in front of you? And we're not talking about egoism. There is like healthy self-love. It's not the same as egoism. Of course, you still help others when they need your help. That should be a given. We live in a society, and I believe treat others as you have them to treat yourself, but don't treat yourself worse. If you need a timeout, learn to get yourself a timeout, and that way you will demonstrate to the universe, look, I deserve to be treated well. I treat myself well. I still treat other people well, and that gets mirrored back to you as well. How you treat others gets mirrored back as well, unless you don't treat yourself well. Those people who always help everyone and then they didn't help and no one's there, that's because they proved to the universe they don't deserve help, because they never cared for themselves. That's the second big wound. And the third one is, the universe will always try to confirm us. So if we have limiting beliefs, they get projected back to us. So if we perceive as the other person always being absent, then that limiting belief will get projected back to us. We perceive them as untrustworthy, then that is what gets mirrored back to us. It's the beliefs as well. And all of that is important to manifest, to check. All of those are like abandonment issues, self-love, and your inner beliefs. So with the law of attraction, once you cleared that, the universe is like, okay, now you're ready to attract true love. You are now in the energy of true love, and you attract that. And the universe will scan your inner belief. So if you don't have anyone, you can attract somebody that is matching your energy. So you are healed, so you can only attract a healed person. As long as you're distorted, you can only attract a distorted person. And if you're healed, if you're really done, and I hear many clients say, yeah, I'm done with my work, but they're still not there. No, sorry, you're not done then. You may have healed number 1 and 2, but if you still perceive them as being absent, number 3, that is still what's getting projected back to you. So work on your inner beliefs if you truly are healed. But if you attract a new person, then, or rather if you don't have a person, you would attract somebody that is matching your frequency always. You cannot attract somebody that's not matching your frequency. We often think that because we often think like the ego is like, yeah, I'm perfect, but the other person, they're ghosting, they're doing that. I'm not doing that to them, they're doing that to me. And again, it's our own issues that they're mirrored to us. But let's assume you feel them, those issues, and if you are completely single, you would then attract your person because you finally reach that energy of attracting a divine counterpart. If you already are in some kind of a relationship dynamic, like runner, chaser, something like that, and you have reached that level, number 1 and 2, you are healed. You healed the abandonment issues, and you are in your self-love, and you are basically ready to attract love. Then the universe, and again, I want to talk about point number 3. Number 3, your limiting beliefs are what gets projected back to you, are your beliefs about love in general, relationship in general, and that specific person if you have one in general. So if you have limiting beliefs like love is difficult, that's getting projected back to you. If you have an inner belief, yeah, men and women, they don't really match, then that's your inner belief. If you have a belief, yeah, men are cheaters, women always want money and nothing else, then you will attract, of course, always people who mirror that belief in you. Even if you are in self-love, and even if you heal the abandonment issues, you will still attract someone who shows you those limiting beliefs. And then, of course, your beliefs about that person in general. So once you've healed and you are in that divine energy, no longer the distorted energy, your higher self or spirit will analyze your beliefs. And if you are on a frequency to attract true love, however, you have limiting beliefs because of that person, they're always ghosting me, then spirit is going to be like, okay, they're ready for true love, however, they don't believe it's going to be that person. No problem, we have someone else. And then you will attract somebody else. Law of attraction. You are ready to attract true love, and that's what you will get. You have the limiting belief, it cannot be that person. It won't be that person, it will be somebody else. And again, some of those beliefs may be subconscious. You may think, and I heard that many people say, yeah, it might be them or not. If you have the inner belief, yeah, it's going to be that person, then you will attract that person because you are now ready to attract true love. So you will jump to that timeline where that specific person is on your level, because again, you can only attract something that matches your energy, and the other person will always match your energy. I know it's a hard, tough pill to swallow. You always think you're so much ahead. You're not. That would it's like the law of attraction. It's like the law of gravity. Just because you believe you can float, you won't be able to float. The same law applies to you. And so with the law of attraction, and you have a specific person in mind, you basically give the result up to spirit, or rather your own inner beliefs, and that will determine whether it is your person you had in mind or somebody else. The law of attraction, it could be somebody else. However, when you do your manifestation work and you have done number 1, abandonment issues are healed, and number 2 is healed as well, and you do your manifestation work, for example, affirmations, or you step into the energy of visualizing your person and you being together in this harmonious relationship, you're happy, you live in the end, then you reprogram your mind to delete the old limiting beliefs, and you override them by doing the affirmations, the visualizations, the mental diet, of course, very important, the inner dialogues, and all of that would override the old limiting beliefs, and you would attract that specific person. You would manifest it being them, because that is what you will believe. When you live in the end, your subconscious will believe that you are already together with this person, and then you will push them out. And that's the difference. Again, manifesting, you can manifest a specific person, and law of attraction, you can attract that specific person if it matches your inner beliefs. If not, you will attract a different person that is still matching your inner beliefs. And I always tell my clients, if you attract a different person, don't worry, because you will love them at least as much as the old person, at least as much, because I always say at least, because you have ascended, you became more when it comes to energy, you are higher now, so you can only attract something that is higher in energy, and so you will love them at least as much. You won't attract somebody you love less, because your energy is more, so you cannot attract less than before. So if you choose to give it to the divine, like, yeah, I don't care if it's a new person or not, I just want to finally be in that relationship, do your work, step number 1, and then you can leave it up to the divine, or rather your subconscious beliefs, that will determine. Or you say, no, I want that specific person, and it's totally up to you. Both are fine. You are the creator of your world, you're the creator of your universe, you get to choose. Okay, and if you don't choose consciously, then your subconscious will choose for you. So either way, you win, because once you are in the energy of true love, that's what you will attract, true love. And then once you attracted that person, you get into the inner belief, yeah, that's my person to grow old with, and you will keep that inner belief throughout the years, then that will be your person to grow old with. So I hope this helped you. If it did, please leave your comments below, like, subscribe, help me grow my channel, and of course I am available for personal coaching, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.